First of all, though, with you, Jason, this is a game that's going to mean a lot for both of these teams as the playoffs are drawing ever closer.
The Catamounts will definitely be looking for some payback this afternoon. About a month ago, these two teams met, and BU came out on top with a 58-54 victory. It was a game that Vermont did have in the bag, but in the second half, they really struggled from the free throw line, going 14 of 29 from the charity stripe. It's definitely been an up and down and then back up again type of year for UVM. They started off the season winning 4 of their first 6 games and then went on a little slide in which they lost 11 in a row, and now they've been playing much better basketball, having won 5 of their last 7, including 4 in a row here at the Patrick Gymnasium. Now in your 15th season here at UVM, how does this performance by Orsiari rank in terms of other senior performances on senior day?
Well, it's certainly way up there. I didn't see the first 5 minutes of it, of course, because I cried for the first 20 minutes.
Now, at the beginning of the game, I talked about the first game that he played against Providence when he went out there and really lit it up, especially in the second half. But this afternoon, it wasn't just Orsiari, but your entire team really played well.
Well, I think, Jay, that they played for him.
And I like the hustle right now by David Roach. Mooring took the shot, missed it. David Roach, good box out, made Mooring go over his back, coming back down for the Cats. On the offensive end for UVM, again, they're getting excellent looks. They're just not able to finish inside with the Husky side. And if you're Tom Brennan, I think that might be the first basket of the game where you might be a little frustrated or upset with your team, because UConn, for the most part, has had to work for all of their shots, even though they are shooting a high percentage of 73%. But that last bucket they got was in transition, and they just plain and simply beat UVM down the court and got the easy deuce. You must get back on defense. UConn, as I said, a very talented team, but you have to, at minimum, match their hustle.
I know it's not as cold as it has been up north, folks, but it's been pretty cold down here, too.
Everything's been cold. The weather outside's been cold. Our hotel room has been cold. The beds have been cold. And the Cats have been cold. We got to warm something up.
Cats are trailing by 3 with 8.6 seconds left in regulation.
It's either going to be Driggers, Carberry, or Root.
Carberry into the forecourt. Carberry on the right. Throws up the long three. Got it! With 2.3 seconds left.
my goodness.
Carberry ties it with a 3.
This is Jason Curry, and if you don't want to miss the University of Vermont men's basketball game this Sunday, and I know you don't, tune in at noon as Jack Healy and I will bring you all the action from Drexel University on AM 620 WVMT, Vermont's #1 for news, talk, and ESPN sports.
Let's take a look at some of the guys that are going to be playing in your tournament. And the first one up is for Holy Cross, and you see him here, and his name is Sylvan Landersberg. Tell me a little about him. He's a 6'5" two-guard, right?
Yeah, Sylvan Landersberg, very fundamentally sound player, 6'5" guard out of Holy Cross High School in Queens. He'll be attending the ACC's University of Virginia next year. As you can see, multi-dimensional, can score inside, can shoot off the dribble, very skilled player, and that's a good get for UVA.
Really, and he was wearing number 15 there, all right? And shooting guards is a tough position, because I think if there's one position that's overstocked, it is the two-guard.
Yeah, I mean, and usually to play at that type of level, you not only need to be skilled, but you need to be extremely athletic. Not sure if Landisberg is, your prototypical athlete that would normally play in the ACC, but in terms of his overall skill, he's rated as one of the top 50 players in the country and a really solid guy.
7th annual Big Apple Invitational is chock full of players, and their president, Jason Curry, is here. Out of Pinecrest High School, Brandon Knight.
Yeah, one of the most talked about players in the country right now, Brandon Knight, being heavily recruited by Kentucky, now rated the #1 player in the country. We see him here against the Rice Raiders. He also played against Bishop Loughlin in this event, setting a tournament record with 43 points and team rebounds against the Lions last year.
Tell us about this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a really loaded game. Between those two schools, there are already 10 kids committed to go Division I, 6 on Notre Dame Prep, 4 on South Kent. I mean, I was actually speaking to someone the other day who was interested in bringing their kid, and I said, it's probably not going to look like a high school basketball game. It's probably going to look more like a college basketball game with the size, the talent, the athleticism, the overall skill level. That's going to really be a heavyweight battle. From a basketball standpoint, your all-time top 5 players from, no, you can't do that one.
Not getting that.
Oh, no, okay. Of the time Michael Jordan was a camper, if you can talk about what he was like at the 5-star camp? And then secondly, did you anticipate or were you surprised by the type of player that he later on became in the NBA?